morning, happy Monday, Quack Chats. Today we'll probably just update you on the whole frostbite situation. Sorry, my hair's a mess. I have my hood up. But yeah, only 2 kids have dared leave the warmth of the coop. So we opened up 2 gables at the top, but honestly that did nothing but lower the temperature in the coop. Did nothing for the humidity. We're still at like 85% humidity, which in fairness, the outside humidity percent is like 70% right now. So it is higher in the coop than outside. But not that much. So that's not working. I've read that one of the best ways is to up the temperature, but for a lot of reasons we don't want to put a heater in there. One of which being that, actually I learned this weekend from Amber Marshall. If any of you guys have watched Heartland from Canada, she plays Amy on the TV show Heartland. It's about horses. It's a funny, dramatic, wholesome horse TV show if anybody needs one of those. Highly recommend. I know the US has it on Netflix. I don't know where else does. Oh, Carol and Hope traded places. Y'all have food over here. So anyway, she was saying that at least for horses, and I would assume it's similar for ducks, having heat in the coop kind of impacts their ability to self-regulate their own temperatures, which can be a problem when you live in places like I do, where the temperatures can vary a lot. I mean, we're looking at like a high of 16 today, and then like a high of 20 tomorrow, and then like a high of -1. So we're looking at like a 20-degree difference over the course of like 3 days. You know, that's a huge variability. And so when you have the coop heated, or she was talking about the horses blanketed, it kind of harms their ability. So if I were regularly bringing them in the house, then it might be worth it to have it in there because it takes the edge off of their regulation. Having to, regulating from 10 degrees to 70 degrees in the house is much harder. So having the heater in the coop would help adjust that variability, take the edge off of the big changes for them. But since I don't, I'm better off leaving them unheated as long as possible. So I'm avoiding the heater, but I have to do something about the humidity. So what we're going to try today is, I've moved their food and water outside, because having the water in there can make it way more humid, obviously. And then we're going to try actually patching up the gables, and maybe making them a little more tight. And then we're going to open up the ridge at the top, so that the heat can go straight out rather than having to go out through the gables, or that the humidity can go straight up, and then hopefully the gables closed will help it warm up a little bit in there, which should help lower the humidity a bit. So we'll see how all that goes. Hopefully they figure out their food and water's out here. We're also obviously going to stir up the Hi, Sylvie. We're going to stir up their bedding today because it's time. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how to make them come out and eat and drink. Oh, I mean, if I were them, I would want to stay in the coop. It's warm, but it's also humid and they're getting frostbite because of it. So, we've been Vaselining Bucky and Wanda daily and then checking the others for signs of frostbite in hopes that we can nip that in the bud. But yeah, it's been a big trial and error to see what'll lower the humidity in our location. And so far the answer is nothing. Yay. So hopefully we'll be able to get that figured out. I don't know, guys, I feel nervous. Okay, so they're gonna eat the snow instead of drink the water that I just brought out for them. I also brought out some greens, some kale for them. Yeah, we've had some big snowstorms. Nothing else too interesting, I guess. Happy New Year. I guess I haven't posted anything since 2021. Heckin'. Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up this year. Obviously, chicks, ducklings, which I'm so stoked about. So we'll start working on their nesting boxes soonish. And I gotta figure out how we're gonna do it. the Muscovies hopefully will be easier, because if they brood, then I'll know whose nest is whose. However, Muscovies will sometimes steal each other's eggs, so that'll be a struggle. Because I really want to know who the parents are, is what I'm going for, is to be able to tell who the parents are. So for the Ancanas, who may not nest, I might actually have to separate them out individually. So Bruce and Stormy for a couple weeks and gather up the eggs that I want to hatch from Stormy, and then Bruce and Dinah for a couple weeks and then gather up the eggs that I want from Dinah, and then call it good, because I'm not taking any of Helena's eggs. That way I know who the parents are. Yeah, if you're cold, go back in the coop. That's what your coop is here for, guys. Their little door's open. Go check on the others. I'm coming in, guys. I'm gonna come around I'm gonna close the door before I leave, because there's small ones open. Hi, Natasha. There you go. You guys want to go back inside? Or come around outside? I don't really care. I just want to see the others in the coop. You can see they're getting frosty in there, which is not what I want. That's why we need to lower the humidity. Hi, if you're gonna go, go. Okay, she flew way far. Yeah, hopefully the Muscovies will just pick their own nest, and then I know whose nest is whose, and then I can take the eggs out of which nest it belongs to whoever. But on rare occasions, I've heard of Muscovies nest sharing. I've also, they're cold, heard of them stealing each other's eggs. So I don't know if that'll work. I might end up needing to separate them out too, like that, like Bucky and Peaches, and then do that too. But I don't want to overbreed anybody. So that's the problem with that plan, is that it gives, for instance, well, Bruce might be okay. We'll see. Ancanas tend to be okay, even just in pairs. I just don't want them to overbreed. Bucky, I'm worried about. Wanda, I'm-ish worried about having them alone with another girl for a week at a time. So hopefully the Ancanas will just pick a nest and call it good. And then I'll know whose nest is whose. Hi, Stormy. How you doing? How's my sweet little Helen over there? Alright, so you can see the humidity is still at 85 and our temperature is just above 0. So I'm going to go ahead and close her up, and hopefully having the water outside will help. And today we'll try and fix some of the gables up there. So if you can see the ridge at the top, that the black is tarp, so there's actually a gap up there where we would put like the top of the roofing, but we haven't yet. So we're thinking of opening that up and closing off the gables. But it's really I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like it's kind of the Goldilocks region of enough ventilation. Oh, hi, Sylvie. But not too much cold. So that's kind of where we're at. You want to go inside? Here, let's get you inside with your friends. Take your pick, and I'm going to close her up. We'll be good for the day. So that's it for our Quack Chats today. Sylvie's inside, so I'm closing the big door. We should have a story time Tuesday or Thursday this week. Wednesday, I'll introduce you guys to my dogs, to the duck dogs, and that should be it. I'm trying to find my clip for the door. I think that's it. I don't remember what I had planned. If there's anything in particular that you guys want to hear more about, let me know in the comments, and I will make a video of that. I'm slowly but surely working on a duck sound video, so you guys can hear what the different ducks sound like in different genders. But I'm having a hard time getting the Muscovies like quiet little trill sound, because Bucky's hissing, Bruce's warning quack, and the Ancana girl's just loud quack kind of overwhelms the poor female Muscovy. So other than that, let me know what you guys are interested in hearing more about, and I'll see if I can make a video. So, as always, thank you for your likes, subscribes, and shares, and your comments, of course. I love reading all of them and responding. So, bye guys! Have a good day!